Imagine you are a manager and you have to face a massive change. How would you react? Most managers would face change in a very predictable way. They would improve all the organization strategy, focusing on people, remuneration and processes. Maybe shifting people, changing incentive or looking for efficiencies. Sometimes this kind of strategy can improve, for sure, but when an organization needs a massive change, probably those managers will be a bit disappointed. A good leader must perform a great amount of work to ensure that employees will respond to the message and question all assumptions. The idea is to take some new ways to change employee views and create new context for action. This takes time, of course, and during the first months drawbacks may arise, but if we nurture our persuasion, it's possible to achieve deep and massive change. In general, persuasion campaigns differentiates a lot from the past. The key aspect to achieve those changes is to show employees how the new plans differs from the past ones. We need to persuade or convince people that the organization needs a change in order to survive or thrive. The longer the problem has been in our organization, the longest it will take for us. How do we develop this persuasion campaign? First of all, we discover what we can change. We have to investigate. Sometimes we have been living with low standards or bad practices for long, and then we discover that those things are causing our organization to fail. Then the leaders need to prepare the strategy. It's not easy, but for this we will apply all the items we saw on the previous video. Maybe some people have been warning about the problems for a long time, and we need to let them know, implies them, that their complaints and ideas have helped the managers to find the solution. We need to recap all the information, conversations, in order to have a solid argument. We can convince people that the change are the right things to do. Then, the most important thing, on this phase we have the dialogue. We need to convince the people. This is the key phase, as I told you, because during this stage we will face many challenges coming from people. In general, if we feel comfortable with something, we will not try to change it and we will not accept it. Once we have convinced the people that the change is needed, and we have to persuade them, we are in a new stage where leaders need to reinforce again and again the good practices. Persuasion is a continuous process. People can forget when they are doing the things in a new way. We already know what is a persuasion, what capacities of a persuade leader needs to work on, and at different stages. After this video, it's time to see more new things about characteristics of dialogue, and you will see how to apply in a phase of negotiation. Yeah, as I told you, we want to give more importance to the important things, so to convince our team to be in direct contact and establish a quality dialogue are the most important characteristic. The first one could be easy to understand, being physically close to the people, to add up and it's simple to show involvement. The second one, the dialogue, is not so simple, and that is why we are going to stop here a little bit more to try to explain how to do a good practice on it.